So we are going to look at the if statements, and we're also going to look at comparison operators. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to create a simple script, and the moment I add a tag, notice what I do. I close it so I don't forget later on. Many times what happens is we put a quote and we forget to close it. So we have a script. Let's put a variable. So suppose I'm a Viking, I'm playing the game and I've got 100 coins now. And let's say 100 coins is the minimum you need to enter a store. So let's do the comparison operators first. The if statements look something like this. If coins, and look at the sign I've used. Look at the sign I've used. Double equal to, and because 100 is a number, I should not put it in quotation marks. Guys, can I have your attention on the screen? Just bear in mind. This statement and this statement are different. This top statement has stored a string called 100 inside coins, and this has stored a number called 100. Okay? I'll just put in where name equal to the leaf, coins equal to 100. If coins double equals 100, okay? Now why do I have two equal to signs here? And why do I have one equal to sign here? This is assigning. We are assigning 100 to coins. And this one here is comparing. We are comparing whether coins is equal to 100. Okay, is that clear? This one is a comparison operator. I'm going to write here. Okay? If you must always have a bracket begin and end. If this is the case, you must have a begin bracket and an end bracket. I'll just put a alert. I'll just put document.write. I like Dreamweaver code view because it gives me the colors, and if the colors don't appear correctly, I know something is wrong.
You see Justin?
Oh, he went to see Carla, didn't he? Document.write. I will write name plus space. You have plus coins plus coins. You know what this is going to do? It's going to put my name, delete. It's going to put a comma, delete, space, you have. It will take this value, so many coins. Okay? Let's have a look at it. Try to understand this before you type this. I will upload all the examples so you will have the correct syntax. I will upload all of them. If statements. So Dilip, you have 100 coins. Cool. Now if I change variable coins to 120, what do you think the output will be? Any guess? Any guess? Nothing. Yes, nothing. Because is this condition satisfied? It's not satisfied. So I come here, nothing. Well done. What if I say if coins is greater than 100? Something? You have 120 coins. What if I say if it's greater than or... Okay, now if I change this to 100, what's going to happen? Any guess? There will be an output. No, there isn't an output, Samuel, because the condition says if coins are greater than 100. But there is another condition that says greater than or equal to. Greater than 100 is not the same as equal to 100, but if you say greater than or equal to, then it says it works. Okay. Now let me add a complication to this condition. Okay. If coins are 100 and name equals Dilip, name equal to Dilip and name, see this single equal to, it caught me. I'm comparing, so the equal to must be double. You see, I can have two conditions if name is equal to this and name is equal to this. Question? Since I'm recording the session, I won't get up now. I will finish it off and I'll come and have a look at it. But one thing, if there is an error, it is always 100% the student's fault, except if I have an error. If I have an error, if I have an error on my computer, it's a computer's fault. But in your case, 100% your fault. Okay, I'll come and have a look at it. Let me explain something. That an if statement can have two conditions. And you see this, both conditions are satisfied. Now I'm going to change my name to John. So what happens? This condition is not satisfied. Okay? I can say if both of these conditions are satisfied, this is and. This condition and this condition is satisfied, do this. And what if it's not satisfied? Else, if it's not satisfied, say does that make sense? So if the conditions are satisfied, if this bracket evaluates to true, you do this. Otherwise, you do something else. Or you can check. You can make it more complicated. You can say else if let's say name equals John. Now I'm comparing a string, that's why I have two quotes, and I'm comparing, so I have two equal to signs. Else if name equal to John, you're not Dilip, you are John. Okay. Now what if it's Peter, and Peter is sitting right here outside? So if you have a name like Peter, no output. So you can have conditions like if this condition is true, do this particular thing. Otherwise, if this condition is true, do this thing. If none of this is true, else. For everything else, just type everything else. For everything else, you can say sorry, not talking to you. You are neither Dilip nor John. Okay. So if I change this name to anything other than Dilip or John, it's not going to work. If I change this to Dilip, the first condition is satisfied. If I change this to Dilip, the first condition is satisfied and only this block happens. If this block doesn't happen, if this condition is not true, it goes and checks for the next condition. Otherwise, it checks for the next condition. You can go on and on. Otherwise, it goes to the end. Does this logically sync? Does this aspect of programming sync? If a particular situation is true, do a particular set of steps. Otherwise, check for another condition. Otherwise, check for another condition. Does that may help? I just want to quickly say some of the operators we have here are, we have equal to, comparison, we just saw that. We have exclamation, and that's check if not equal to. Okay, and you can just check not. So if I say, if this is not the case, if not coins 100, so I can put an exclamation and it becomes not. The other ones we have are greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to, we have greater than, we have less than, and we also have less than or equal to. Now bear in mind we have a single equal to sign after the greater than or equal to, single equal to sign after the less than, and if you're comparing two equal to signs. So these are the operators. I've just put them as a comment here. I've just put all of the operators as a comment here. But there's my script, and I'll come and give you a hand. A very small script checking an if condition, a selection statement, a very powerful programming tool. The if statement. If something is the case, we will do it. If not, if you have a weapon, you will fire. If you have the money, you'll buy stuff in the store. If you don't have money, sorry, you don't have enough money to buy this upgrade. You see it all the time, isn't it? The if statement, the powerful if statement. So get that working. I'll come and have a look at your